This is part two of the Transit Lounge podcast with Carolina from Carolina Lifestyles. She talks about motherhood, the challenges. She reminisces about what she did as a young person and how she instills values into her beautiful children. Have a listen.
I want to sort of dabble into the fact that, you're a mother and you have mothering responsibilities as well. And as a businesswoman who has grown her business so quickly and is so committed to the business side of her life, how do you balance your mothering and, and trying to sort of make sure you don't, I know that technology helps because obviously I'm a mother as well. And when you're working and you're working internationally and you've got responsibilities and looking at stuff, so you having your stuff on the phone helps because you just look at it and you can still manage. So how do you feel about that part of your world?
I don't feel guilty. So to first start, I don't feel guilty.
That's good, because you shouldn't.
So, because a lot of people, I feel that a lot of moms feel guilty when they put in a lot of hours into work and stuff.
That's
I understand the feeling.
true.
But I think that being a founder, it gives me the flexibility of spending more time with the kids.
Yeah.
That and the way, I have an amazing husband, and that really helps. He's also an entrepreneur. He runs two businesses, and then we kind of understand that we have to be there for each other.
Yeah.
And I think that for the kids to be around all this talk that will happen, because when you run three businesses within the household, can you imagine when 50% of the conversation is around so this happened and that happened, and what do you think of this and what do you think of that? And the kids are growing around that. And I think that the underlying factor there is that they both are seeing that mom and dad absolutely love what they do.
That's great.
And if I want something for my kids, is two things: good health and for them to find what they love.
Yeah.
Because when you do what you love, money comes. It's not the other way around. And I think that is the problem that this new generation has, that they all, not all, most, when they quit in, but everyone is going to become rich with a crypto coin. And then, they're like, oh no, this business that is going to give me so much money. Nothing happens overnight. If you start a business, it's not 5 years anymore. It's 7 years.
That's right.
Brace yourself at 7 years, and then you start to see the light.
It's a real long-term commitment.
It's a long-term commitment. It's a long-term. So, and the only way of getting through the bad days and through the difficult days, and don't get me wrong, the business is successful now, but I have a lot of difficult days.
Yeah.
A lot of difficult days.
Yeah.
The only way of getting through those days is by reminding yourself of how much you love what you do and why you do it.
True.
And tomorrow will be another day, and
yeah,
they will get some. So, for me, the fact that at the kids, look, I think that my dad, I reference this to my dad a lot, because my dad, in our days, do you remember your parents asking you, oh, darling, what do you want to do for the weekend? Oh, darling.
No.
Never. Oh, let's never. Or let's think, everything these days is planned around the kids.
True.
So it's like the other way around.
Yeah.
My parents had their trips with their friends and we tag along, but I didn't have a say if I wanted to go or not. No, we're going to so-and-so's and we're all going, and it is what it is.
Correct.
And, sometimes they will go to, let's do this museum for the kids.
Yeah.
But now it's like all this guilt. Oh no, I haven't spent enough time with the kids. I think that is not about quantity, it's about quality.
Correct.
So if I'm with the kids, I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
One of the things that I have done is I'm not good to reach on email. As you know, I'm terrible on email. So I have WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm an old-fashioned person, so I love calling.
Yeah.
Call WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp notifications are off.
Okay.
Everyone reaches me on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And until I open it,
you don't get this.
I don't get disturbed.
Yeah.
So my husband was traveling for 2 weeks, and I was with the kids, and I was with the kids. I even left the phone at home.
That's
go to the park, It's about having that connection and for them to see. And Sebastian is on school holidays, and
Yeah.
2 days of the school holidays, he came to me with me to the office
That's
to put
good.
boxes together.
That's
And, you
good.
know, and sometimes he goes like, well, Mom, what job can I do? He said, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do all the rubbish at the office, and they collect all the rubbish. And it's about teaching them those things. Would he will turn up? I don't know, but I don't know how he will turn up. At least he will see that first of all, money does not come from the trees, and you have to work hard for it.
Correct.
And you have to find something that you love.
Yeah.
And he's 6, and he's already asking to people at the office, how did my mom come up with all these? And, you know, oh, I think that when I grow up, I want to have a plants business. And don't worry, Mom, I send the plants to your shops.
How cute.
Exactly. So, yeah. So it's, and
Yeah.
it comes to the office and it's fine. And not every single day has to be a play date. Yet he has plenty of play dates. He has plenty of soccer. And I manage it like that. And for me to have him around the office, that fulfills me as well.
Yeah, and it's just the child is with you, and they feel safe. Doesn't matter where they are. They feel safe. Yeah,
Correct.
because they can see you. They know you're working, and I was a single mom, and I equally would have to take my son with me to the office. Like sometimes I'll be in a board meeting and I'll just have my son sit in the boardroom, and he's quiet. He respects the fact that, okay, Mom's working and he wouldn't disturb me. And sometimes people be a bit uncomfortable because at that time people weren't, bringing kids in at that, into the office.
Yeah.
But, the reality is I have nowhere to drop him. I'm not going to go leave him in, a cab just because for a few hours.
But you are correct.
He can come with me.
Yeah.
And I think you're right in the saying, it's interesting how, back in the day where you would just follow your parents. You'd never be asked, do you want to go play at your friend's house or do you want to have play days?
No.
Yeah, you just go, okay, we're going to go to the, so-and-so's home and we're going to sit there. We'll just sit there quietly until they finish their job. And it's amazing, isn't it? How that's shifted the...
Exactly. And
Yeah.
my dad, back then, he was doing a lot of emergency room work.
Oh, yeah.
Get into like, he would say, like, I'm going to check on, we'll drive past the hospital and we'll say, like, I want to check on someone 5 hours after, and we were still waiting for him.
Yeah.
And we came out all right.
Yes,
So
exactly.
So he
Exactly.
needs to work, he understands. I mean, when he goes to Colombia, he understands,
So that's good. That
he understands the family.
Yeah.
And then it's hilarious. He goes like, someone asked him, where are you going? So, to Colombia to make sure that everything that they do for us here is all good.
How
He understands the connection. So slowly.
he's early. And he, I think he's going to be very proud. And I think it also really, especially being a male, he starts to see what a strong woman looks like.
That's another thing.
Isn't it? Yeah, he's going to realize the value and the importance. Because even with my son, I really wanted him to understand that, I work, I need to work. If I don't work, we can't put food on the table. So which means you need to understand what you need to do and how we need to be a team to make this all work.
Correct. And another thing that, mesmerizes me with everything that is going on is that they have everything available to them.
Yeah, true. It's always theirs.
It's always there.
Yeah.
YouTube, and then they can change the channels.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, how many channels do we have right now?
No. Yeah, and we have to
Say the God, look, you can change it. With this, like, everything is available. So nothing is good enough.
Correct.
So nothing
Yeah.
is good enough. So, for them to, and my dad did something, my parents, both, I grew up, no, how can I put it? It was, I want a new pair of, a new scooter, but like rollerblades. Okay, cool. What are you gonna do for it?
Yeah.
They always make me work for this. And that's what I try to do also with the kids, and that means that they have to spend time with us.
Yeah.
And it's, I just when I'm with them, I'm pleasant. When and they love that. That's why I'm going to the shop, and then we're going to the baker, Baker Bank, called Baker's Delight, Baker Bank. So, and then, the supermarket, learning life skills, hard, bringing them up as well.
Correct.
That only is learned when you and I spend time together.
Correct.
Doing every day.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to hear the way that the first thing you said was you don't feel guilty, which is, I think, I guess every woman's nightmare in a way, because you go down a path of saying, okay, you'd like to have children, you'd like to have a family, but you also don't want to lose your career. you want to still pursue the dreams that you have, and you want to balance the two. And the biggest thing in there is that guilt, how much guilt you carry as you pursue your career. And it's good to hear you say that, because I think that's something I'd like to sort of bring along with this podcast, is that it's really important to not feel guilty to pursue your dreams.
And you have to be happy with. I refer back to the day when I met my husband. The day that I met my husband is when I was at the happiest with myself, not in the need of someone else to provide that happiness. No, I was happy, really content with myself. I was out of a relationship.
Yes.
But my heart was healed, and I was happy.
Yes.
And
whole.
I was correct. And then I met him.
Yeah.
And then I think that it brings me back to the fact that for us to be good moms, to be good partners, to be good bosses, to be good everything, you have to be happy with yourself.
Correct.
First.
Correct.
And then everything else.
Yeah. There was a beautiful chat with Carolina, and I've just got part 3 now, which I will share shortly. And it's a conversation about what happiness means to Carolina. Have a listen.